This is my hotel room. It's got all mod cons. Look, it's got a flat screen TV, a mirror where I can look at myself, which is all I really need, to be honest. It's even got a tea set. Well, I don't know how it works, so I'll get a cis woman to do that for me. Got a lovely snuggly bed as well. It's just a single though, because everyone in London is a massive TERF or a he-TERF, so they don't want to sleep with me. So they only sprung for a single room. Didn't see the point in having a double. I don't know why you put a padded headboard on like a single bed. Like logistically. But anyway, it's a nice room. This is the view out my window. It's nice as we park. There was a lad last night who was screaming something about destroying their family. I think he was some kind of preacher or something, but he was going till quite late at night. But he's wrong. I assume he meant me. Why wouldn't it be about me? I don't even want to destroy my own family, because I need my mum to do my chores for me. And my dad still hasn't bought me the scale Extrict to which I'm so entitled. So I can't destroy them yet. Look at this, everything's bigger down south. There's kiwis on my breakfast. I feel personally attacked. My mum would say chocolate is not breakfast, but I don't care because I'm not in her house right now. I'm away for the awards. So I can have what I want. Alright, peep this, I'm at King's Cross Station and they've got this Harry Potter shop. Shut up! For fuck's sake. Anyway, before the announcer of TERF so rudely interrupted me, this is the most transphobic place in the world because it's the Harry Potter place. This is where J.K. Rowling, you know, sorry for saying that name out loud, she told kids to go charging into the wall between the two platforms, which is clearly dangerous and endangering children. The worst I've ever said to kids is to tell them to cut their balls off. It's meant to be a depiction of our king, but it looks nothing like me. There's the sausage fingers. Yeah, I always wondered what all these women saw in him, but then when I saw the sausage fingers, I kind of get it. Oh my god, lads, they named the street after me. Brah. It's nice they've still got men's toilets here in London, because the mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, is a massive he-TERF, because he was trying to get rid of the men's toilets and just have gender-neutral toilets. Like, they said it was meant to include folks like me, but obviously it was just discrimination. I like go into a cafe or something and I'm like, where's your box? And they go, oh, you can use the gender neutral toilets because you're apparently not man enough to use the men's. And I'm like, no, I want to use the men's. Like, what's the point of me doing all this and getting dressed up and everything if they're not going to validate me by letting me go in the men's? Like, if I kill myself because you guys wouldn't get your dicks out in front of me, you're going to feel so guilty. Camden Market is great. They've got all these hats for the furries and they've got stripy socks for either time-travelling teenage girls from the 2000s or guys like my friend Alice. So girls like my friend Alice. She's 50 and works in IT. They've got dungarees and grown-up sizes. Oh, they've got loads of octopus dolls. I could get a friend for my anti-Semitic octopus doll. They've got all these anime figurines, but they've not got any of my favourites. Like, they've not got any from Gaku in Heaven, or Boy High School No Monogatari, or My Locker Room Fantasy, or any of the ones that made me realise that I was actually a trans boy and not just some creepy straight girl. They've got a Doc Martens store here as well, which is really heckin' transphobic and true scummy, because they were advertising these shoes that had top surgery scars on them, and we were trying to normalise the tits. Why can't men have boobs as well? Plenty of fat guys do. I saw like several on my way here. They're saying I'm not valid enough to wear their shoes, so obviously they don't want me as a customer. And they've got a Moomins shop here as well, and the Moomins were drawn by this massive great TERF. I mean TERF. She was drawn by a TERF. Yeah, like this exclusionary lesbian, so yeah, obviously it's problematic. This whole place is like transphobe central, I don't believe it. You're pure shite. I've got a geek big picture of Grace Jones as well, who is problematic because she was hecking mass, but she never used he, him pronouns, so she set the standard really high for us. Aye, David Bowie was a he-TERF because he wore makeup and didn't use she, her. This must be where Dylan got her heart sunglasses. So they're like girls rather than me. Is that a... That's a Pooner meme, so help me, I will be so raging. There we are. Yeah, that's more like it. It's my authentic self. I just need to buy more stuff and then I'll be my authentic self. I endorse this message. Hey guys, this is the Tavistock Centre, which was really great until Dr. Hilary Cass decided to try and shut it down because she's like a massive transphobe. She was saying we shouldn't be sterilising autistic children, and I was like, that's really problematic actually, you shouldn't be mentioning that, because it's necessary and life-saving care. Now I know what you're thinking, Chad, how have you managed to live to the ripe old age of 21, okay, 34, without killing yourself or otherwise dying of transphobia, without the same medical interventions that the children had? Well, I'll just say this. With a lot of strength, a lot of fortitude and struggle. I wish kids nowadays didn't have to go through what I did, having to grow up healthy. I wish I could have been chemically sterilised when I was a child, because then I would never have developed a sex drive and I wouldn't have got into trouble for perving on the boys in PE. And I wouldn't have the police after me for sliding in random men's DMs. I don't know why Hilary Cass cares so much about autistic people being sterilised either, because like, it's a hereditary condition, so like if more of them got sterilised in childhood, then you're not going to have as many autistic people in future, so there wouldn't be so many to study, so it'll make our work easier. Anyway, the good news is there are a load of other hubs opening up around the country. The bad news is you have to pay for the first few sessions through Gender Plus. It costs a little bit of money, but then once you're already hooked, then the NHS will pay for it once you're already on them. They've got this statue of Sigmund Freud outside it, who was a massive transphobe because he said that boys like me have penis envy. I don't have penis envy, I just like penises. I just like them to be attached to the men at the time. And I like the men to shut their mouths and let me get on with it. I mean, they can have their mouths open as long as it's like, yeah. I always tell them, don't talk when you're eating. Look how transphobic London is. They put our flag on a crossing so everyone has to stamp on it and drive over it. It's a complete mess. As if Margaret Helms hasn't suffered enough with the nonce allegations, I swear. And it's next to Gay is the Word bookshop, which doesn't include trans people in it. It's all about gay stuff, so it's probably he TERFs. It's all these guys that turn me down, so I'm offended. This is what life is like on TERF Island. It's a real struggle.